In the last class, we had discussed about the topic universal indicator, right? Isn't it? Children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. All of you, please switch on your videos. Yes, Badra, can you tell me the name of that universal indicator?
pH.
Yes, pH scale. Okay. Then what about the range of this pH scale? Fia, range of pH scale?
0 to 14.
0 to 40. Then what about the pH value of neutral solution, Savio? Neutral solution? 7. Very good. Melvin, what about the pH range of acidic substances?
Acidic 0 to 7.
Very good. It's 0 to 7 or less than 7. Okay. Then Adil, what about the pH range of basic substances?
7 to 4.
Yeah, it's 7 to 7 to. That's right.
14.
Yes, 7 to 14. Okay, fine. Then, then today we are going to learn about strong acids, then weak acids, strong bases, weak bases, etc. based on the pH value. I told you that this pH value, it is based upon the concentration of H plus ions, right? Concentration of H plus ions. So based on this concentration of H plus ions, in the case of acids itself, it will be varied, right? Like strong, weak, etc. So we are going to learn about the strong acid, then weak acid, strong base, weak base, etc. Clear? Yes. One more question. Adidev, can you tell me how the strength of H plus ion affected the pH value?
Strength of
That means concentration of H plus ion.
it will show how much acidic or how much
If it is
acidic
higher or lower, what happens to the pH
acid
value?
is high. If it is
And-
higher, the acidity is low, and if it is lower, the acidity is
Higher hydronium ion
Yeah, Adidev, that's
concentration.
right. Higher the hydronium ion concentration, lower is the pH value. Okay. Higher the hydronium ion concentration, lower is the pH value. Clear? This is clear? Higher the
Yes, ma'am.
hydronium ion concentration, lower is the pH value. Then one more thing, that is higher the hydroxide ion concentration, higher is the pH value. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
of you, please switch on your videos. Okay, this is just the model of that pH scale. Okay, this is just the model of pH scale. Here you can see that from 0 to 14, that's the pH range. Okay, 0 to 14, that's the pH range. And each substance shows their own pH value. Gastric juice, it's about 1.2. So it shows light orange color. Then the lemon juice about 2.2. It's also a mixture of this orange yellow color, right? Then pure water blood, its range is 7.4, so it's light green color. Then milk of magnesia, it has light blue color, like that. So by looking at this color change, we can able to determine what's the pH range of this substance. Okay, clear? Shall I move to strong acid, then weak acid, strong base, weak base, etc.?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I will send you this table along with the notes, okay? We cannot able to do this activity through this online classes, that's why. Yes,
Ma'am, it
just-
is in our textbook.
yes, but the results are not there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I will include it in the notes. You can copy it. Okay. That means the color, according to the color of pH paper, we can able to determine the pH value and we can identify whether a substance belong to acidic one or basic. That's it. This is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we are going to learn how we can categorize these acids into strong acid, weak acid, etc. Along with that, bases can also be classified as strong base, weak base, etc. So acid give rise to more H plus ions are said to be strong acid. Okay, I told you higher the hydronium ion concentration, lower is the pH value. And the acid give rise to more H plus ions are said to be strong acid. Okay, acid give rise to more H plus ions are said to be strong acid. So among this pH value 1 to 7, we learned that it belongs to acidic substances. So can you tell me from this pH value 1 to 7, which value will shows the pH value of a strong acid?
1.
Yes, very good. It's 1. Okay, because acid give rise to more H plus ion means higher the hydronium ion concentration. So the pH value will be lower. So the acid give rise to more H plus ions are said to be strong acid. You can write here in the bracket. Just 1 minute, children. Lower the pH value. Okay, lower the pH value. That is approximately equal to 1. Clear. And the examples for the strong acids, hydrochloric acid, HCl, then sulfuric acid, H2SO4, nitric acid, HNO3, hydrobromic acid, HBr, etc. So all these acids, they belongs to strong acids because acid give rise to more H plus ions. And lower is the pH value. This is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then acid give less H plus ions are said to be weak acid. Okay, acid give less H plus ions are said to be weak acid. So here the pH value is approximately equal to 6 or 7. Okay. So these are weak acid. Examples, carbonic acid, H2CO3, then phosphoric acid, H3PO4, sulfurous acid, H2SO3. It's not sulfuric acid, this sulfurous acid. Okay, sulfurous acid. Then last one, acetic acid, CH3COOH, that present in vinegar. Okay, so we can classify these acids into strong acids and weak acids depending upon their pH value or the hydrogen ion concentration. Higher the hydrogen ion concentration and the acids can give rise more H plus ions. They are said to be strong acid and their pH value will be lower. That is approximately equal to 1. And acid give less H plus ions are said to be weak acid.
Ma'am, what is that symbol?
Which one? This one, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Approximate, approximate. That means near to. We don't know the exact value, but it is approximately or nearly equal to this value. Is this clear, children? This one, can you please read the slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Acid gives rise to more H plus ions are said to be strong acids. Lower the pH level is equal to 1.
Approximately equal to, not equal to.
Okay, approximately equal to 1. Example, hydrochloric acid, HCl, sulfuric acid, H2SO4, nitric acid, HNO3, hydrobomic
Omic.
acid, HBr. Acid gives less H plus ions are said to be
Mm.
weak acids.
Yeah.
HP approximately
pH.
pH approximately 6.
Mm.
Examples: carbonic acid H2CO3,
Mm.
phosphoric acid H3PO4,
Yes.
sulfurous
Sulfurous acid. Mm.
acid H2SO3,
Yeah.
acetic acid H3COOH.
CH3COH.
Okay.
Okay. Have you completed, children? All of you? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, then you can complete it. Nas Parveen, can you please read it once again?
Yes, ma'am. Acid give rise to more H plus ions are said to be strong acid. Lower the pH value approximately equal to 1.
Mm.
Example hydrochloric acid HCl, sulfuric acid H2SO4,
Yes.
nitric acid HNO3,
Mm.
hydrobromic acid HBr.
Okay.
Acid give less H plus ions are said to be weak acid. pH approximately 6. Example carbonic acid H2CU3,
Yes.
phosphoric acid H3PO4,
Yes.
sulfurous acid H2SO3, and acetic acid CH3COOH.
Okay. Shall I move to next one, children? Adidev finished?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, children. Then strong base and weak base. Similarly, the base give rise to more H minus ions are said to be strong base. Okay. That means the pH value approximately equal to 14. Because more the OH minus ions, it will be more basic, right? Or the pH value will be greater. So the base which give rise to more H minus ions are said to be strong base. It is approximately equal to 14. Then the examples for the strong bases, sodium hydroxide NaOH, then potassium hydroxide KOH, lithium hydroxide LiOH, then calcium hydroxide CaOH twice. These are the examples of strong bases. Okay, the bases which give rise to more OH minus ions are said to be strong base. And the base which give less OH minus ions are said to be weak base. Base give less OH minus ions are said to be weak base. Examples: magnesium hydroxide MgOH twice, then ammonium hydroxide NH4OH. These two are the examples of weak bases. So you have to remember the pH value, this between 0 to 14, and 7 to 14 belongs to base and 0 to 7 belongs to acid. And among this pH scale itself, approximately equal to 1, that is strong acid, and approximately equal to 7, that is weak acid. And in the case of base, approximately equal to 14, it is strong base, and approximately equal to 7, that is weak base. Okay, so acidic character increases while lowering the pH value, and the basic character increases with increase in pH value. That's it. You have to learn certain examples for the strong acids, then weak acids, strong base, weak base, etc. Okay, because these details are needed to learn about salts. In the case of salts also, there is one classification. It is neutral, strong, weak, etc. So in order to learn that, this one is necessary. Okay. Just 1 minute, children. Finish, children. Finished? Yes or no?
Ma'am,
No,
the
ma'am.
strong base is
Yes, ma'am.
is to 14.
Yes. Weak base, it is approximately equal to 7 or 6.
But
Sorry, 8. Yes, dear. Melvin?
ma'am, when it is strong, the pH value will become low. No?
That's in the case of acids. Okay, in the case of bases, higher the value, higher will be its concentration. Okay, that's the difference. That's why I draw this figure. Okay, in the case of bases, higher the pH value, stronger the base. But in the case of acid, lower the pH value, stronger will be the acid. That's it. That's the difference between acid and base. Finish, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then we are going to learn about the importance of this pH in everyday life. Okay. Importance of pH in everyday life, or otherwise the applications of this pH. Shall I move to next slide?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So the importance of pH in everyday life. First point, we know that our body functions are based on certain pH range, right? And here our body functions between the pH range of 7 to 7.8. Okay, our body functions between the pH range of 7 to 7.8. Clear? So if there is any variation from this pH value, it will affect our functions. Okay, there are different functions in our body, right? Respiratory system there, digestive system there, then blood circulatory system. So if there is any variation in this pH value, it will affect any functions in our body. So
Yes,
our
ma'am.
body functions always maintain this pH range of 7 to 7.8. And you know that in our stomach, if there is any increase in this acidic, that means pH value, it will cause acidity, right?
Yes,
Indigestion issues there. Similarly,
Yes.
it will also affect other systems, other functions also. So the first point, our body functions between the pH range of 7 to 7.8. And the second one, the pH of soil. We know that plants require several things for their proper growth, right? Similarly, they require a specific range of pH for their healthy growth. Plants require a specific pH range for their healthy growth. If the soil is more acidic or more basic, it will affect the growth of plants. Okay, I think you all are experience such things. If that soil is more acidic, we will add certain substances that contain bases, right? We will just spread lime there. Lime means this limestone. Do you experience such things? Okay, if it is more acidic, that will affect the growth, healthy growth of plants. Okay, if the soil is more acidic, it will be affect the healthy growth of plants. So in order to maintain that pH to neutral or to acid basic, we will add certain bases like this limestone, lime water, etc. And if it is more basic, we will add certain acidic substances to maintain its pH value. Okay, so always these plants require a specific range of pH for their healthy growth. That's it. This is clear, children? And in certain Krishi Bhavans, they will check the pH value of soil. If we collect the soil from our garden and we bring it to certain Krishi Bhavans, they will just check the pH value and will give certain solutions for maintaining the pH. Okay, that's about the pH of soil. And along with plants, certain microbes also living there, right? They also needed certain pH for their growth. That means useful microbes. Okay. Shall I move to next point? Yes. So the next one, importance of pH in our digestive system. Importance of pH in our digestive system. I told you our stomach always produces required amount of hydrochloric acid. Okay, our stomach produces required amount of hydrochloric acid, which helps in the digestion of food. And
Ma'am.
sometimes, yes,
Previous slide.
yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So the importance of pH in our digestive system. Our stomach produces required amount of hydrochloric acid that helpful for the digestion of food. And in some cases, we know that excessive production of this hydrochloric acid occurs in the stomach. And it will cause the condition called acidity or otherwise known as indigestion. Okay, indigestion or acidity. Then in order to solve these health issues, we are using certain medicine known as antacids. Okay, antacids are used. The main purpose of this antacids, they are basic in nature and neutralize the excess acid because they are basic in nature and we get relief. Okay, so antacids are used to resolve this issue of acidity or indigestion because they are basic in nature and they can able to neutralize the excess acid produced by stomach. These are certain antacids, medicines that contain basic substances. Gelusil, I think you all are familiar with certain things, right? Gelusil. Yes. You can write one example for antacid. That is magnesium hydroxide, MgOH twice, milk of magnesia, otherwise known as milk of magnesia. It's an example for a base that will used as an antacid.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Apsana, Arjun, Fia, Aditya, Heen, Steve, and Mary, Vishnu, Vishnupriya, Lolita, all of you switch on your videos. Meghna, can you please read the slide? Yes.
In hydrochloric acid help in digestion of food. In case of indigestion, acidity and acids are used, which neutralizes excess acid because they are basic in nature.
Net issues are there, right, Meghna? It's okay. Melvin, can you read it once again?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Importance of pH in our digestive system. Our stomach produces dilute hydrochloric acid, helps in digestion of food. In next point, in case of indigestion, acidity and antacids are used, which neutralize the excess acid because they are basic in nature and we get relief.
Yes, you can also include this example. Okay, magnesium hydroxide. Its common name is milk of magnesia. It is basic in nature and it will neutralize the excess amount of acid produced in the stomach. Have you completed, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? Shall I move to next one? Yes. Rifa, finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the next one, tooth decay and pH. Okay. How this tooth decay is related to pH value. tooth decay begins below the pH 5.5. When the pH value of our mouth, it will reach at a value below 5.5, tooth decay begins. We know that our tooth, its outer coating, it is known as enamel, right? This enamel, it is made up of calcium phosphate. Okay, it's made up of calcium phosphate, and it is one among the hardest substance in the body. And these calcium phosphate, that enamel is corroded when the pH is below 5.5. That leads to the tooth decay. Okay, our tooth enamel, it is made up of calcium phosphate, and it is the hardest substance in the body. And even this hardest substance is corroded when the pH value is below 5.5. And in order to resolve this issue, we can using toothpaste, which is generally basic, can neutralize the excess acid and prevent tooth decay. Okay, so in this toothpaste, which is usually basic in nature and can able to neutralize the excess amount of acid present there and prevents the tooth decay. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you can note down these points. Surya, can you please read the slide?
Tooth decay begins below the pH 5.5. Tooth enamel, made up of calcium phosphate, is the hardest substance in the body. It is corroded when the pH is below 5.5.
Okay.
Using toothpaste, which is generally basic, can neutralize the excess acid and prevent tooth decay.
Okay. Afsana, can you please read it again? Afsana, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please read it again?
Which point, ma'am? Full
Yes, yes, full.
tooth decay begins below the pH 5.5. Tooth enamel made up of the calcium phosphate in the hardest substances in the body. It is covered when the
Corroded, corroded.
pH is below 5.5.
Yes.
Using toothpaste, which is generally basic, can neutralize the excess acid and prevent tooth decay.
Okay. All of you finish this point?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No. Okay, then you can complete it. Finished?
Yes, ma'am.
What about others?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then the next point, pH of acid rain. What do you mean by acid rain?
Water, no precipitation.
Yes.
Water does not precipitate. Water, rain, there will be acid.
Rain in
Yes.
which its water is acidic.
Yeah, that means the certain gases, poisonous gases emitted from factories and chemicals, these were mixed with rain and it will fall into earth as acid rain. Okay, that is acidic in nature. Okay, so when the pH of rainwater it is less than 5.6, it is called acid rain. Okay, the pH value is less than 5.6, it is called acid rain. And this acid rain, it's very dangerous to all the living organisms in earth. Not only for living organisms, but also non-living things also. Okay, this flow of acidic rain in water bodies makes them acidic, causing a threat to the survival of aquatic life. This flow of acidic rain, it finally reaches its water sources, right? River, ponds, lakes, etc. There are certain living organisms there, both plants and animals. So these acid rain, it will cause threat to their life. Not only the living organisms in this water sources, but also it will affect the cells of plants. Okay, and it will cause skin damages to human beings, animals also, because it is acidic in nature, right? So it is dangerous for all living organisms, not only for living organisms, but also non-living things. Here you look at the image of this Taj Mahal. It's just an exaggerated image, but it's a true fact. Okay, it's also result in the damage of structures made with marble like Taj Mahal. We have learned that this Taj Mahal, it is made up of marbles, right? When this acidic rain pours on this marble, it will affect the structure of that marble and causes the fading of that thing. That's it. Okay. So the pure form of marble, it's changed to another substances when contact with acidic substances, right? So here also same thing, of course, when this marble, it's in contact with acidic rain, its structure and structure changes and another chemical reactions take place there. So its color fades. Okay, so this acidic rain, it's very dangerous to living and non-living things in earth.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Arjun, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Please switch on your video. Yes, Arjun, you can please read the slide. It's okay, Arjun. Fia, can you read it once again?
pH of acid rain.
Hmm.
When pH of rainwater is less than 5.6, it is called acid rain.
Hmm.
Flow of acidic rain in water bodies makes them acidic, causing a threat to the survival of aquatic life.
Yeah.
It also results in damage of structures made with marble like Taj Mahal.
Okay. Have you completed?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then you can complete it. Finished.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you? Yes, then
Yes,
one more
ma'am.
point. That's the self-defense by animals and plants through chemical warfare. We already learned that ants and certain insects, they will produce certain amount of acids on biting, right? Similarly, certain plants also produce a small amount of acid. You all are familiar with this plant, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It is known as nettle. Okay, nettle. Yes. So first one, bee sting or nettle sting contains methanoic acid. Methanoic acid, or otherwise it is known as formic acid. So these ants, bee sting, ants, then nettle sting contains this methanoic acid or formic acid, which causes pain and irritation. Using a weak base like baking soda neutralizes the acid, giving a relief. Okay, we can use baking soda. It's a weak base as a relief to this pain. Then the stinging hair of nettle leaves inject methanoic acid, causing burning pain. This nettle leaves can also able to produce small amount of this methanoic acid. It will also causes such burning pain due to the injecting that acid substance into our body. That's why. So these two cases, they are using as a self-defense by these animals and plants. Okay, they are using this method as a self-defense to protect from enemies. They are using this method. So these all are the applications or the importance of pH in everyday life. We have discussed many points, right? Regarding our body, then soil, then
Digestive system.
yeah, digestive system, then tooth decay, then acid rain, then the self-defense by animals and plants. So these all are the applications of pH in our daily life.
Mapping some of the cosmetic products will be written like pH value.
Yeah, yes, that's suitable for our the pH value that is suitable for our skin can also only be used. That's why they are just mentioning the pH value.
For infants, it's higher pH.
That means our skin, our body always functions between the range 7 to 7.8, right? So certain and there is differences in each skin. So according to specific skin, we can use the cosmetic products depending upon the pH value. Certain sensitive skins also, right? So I think they cannot able to use such cosmetic products. There are certain cosmetic products
pH
that
of
are suitable.
5.5.
Not in all cases pH is it's 5.5. It's depending upon the skin. Okay, if it is oily skin, it has certain pH value. Then if it is dry skin, certain characteristic value. Then it is sensitive skin also, there is certain value. So all these products will prepare according to the skin type. Okay, so you can choose according to your skin type. They will maintain that pH according to the skin type. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Finish, children?
No,
Ashik, finished?
no, ma'am.
No, okay. You can complete it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, all of you finished, right? Okay, then. So today we had discussed about this importance of pH in everyday life. We are discussing various fields, right? In the case of human beings, then soil, plants, tooth decay, digestive system, then self-defense by animals and plants, then pH of acid rain, etc. So all of you read this portion very well before the next class. Okay.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
of you please switch on your videos. Let me take your attendance.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.